All right, I wanted to do a video response to your monologue about vegans and veganism and honey. And overall, I mean, I can see where you're coming from, how that could be a conundrum. I myself have been vegan for 2 years, and and I'd like to consider myself a pretty strict vegan at that. But I'd like to also consider myself, a very just non-militant one too. I mean, not, and I'm by no stretch implying you're that kind either. But the point is that, um, I think that you are, to address the aspect of beekeeping from an animal cruelty standpoint is the wrong way to go about. Um, because I mean, you raised some very good points about how a really good apiarist will have no interest in killing off his beehive, and that it's more of a symbiotic relationship. And in that regard, I mean, who am I to object? Who am I to object to that really happening? I mean, they're letting the bees do what bees naturally do, and it actually helps the crops if they bring the bees around to pollinate them, because without bees or insects for that matter, that can't happen. Well, it can, but uh, you know it can't happen naturally, I should say. There's no other, as far as I know, there's no other way that can naturally happen aside from depending on crosswinds. And uh, I don't know if that would be as reliable to build a large enough food supply to meet demand. Anyway, I'm rambling. My whole point is that I look at it as a necessity aspect of it. I mean, yeah, there are several vegans that do eat honey. There are, the raw vegans do consume raw honey, which is, you may as well eat it right off the honeycomb, right from the source, because it's unrefined, unprocessed, etc., etc. It has been proven to have very good anti-inflammatory properties, some very and my grandmother, for example, who frequently has problems with thrush in her throat, she will commonly take raw honey in her tea in order to combat that because of the antifungal and anti-inflammatory properties in it. And lo and behold, it seems to work pretty well. I mean, I wish I was able to look into it further to see if maybe it was a placebo effect or something, but why not? If it works, it works. And when it comes down to it, I mean, you're using a byproduct where, it's not like the bees are rigged up to machines like cows are, and they're constantly churning out honey. As far as I know, it's just a byproduct of when they pollinate flowers. And, it's not like with chicken eggs where, no new life could spring forth from honey or anything like that. So, in essence, I guess if you really look at it, I don't see it nearly as much a cruelty aspect as much of the argument for veganism has been. I see it more of as a necessity thing. I mean, you don't have to eat honey. You don't have. I mean, I mean, it's just a sweetener. You don't even need a sweetener. Aside from I mean, I guess that if it really came down to it, and I wanted a natural remedy for like a sore throat or a cough, yeah, sure, I'll take honey, but it's never come down to that. But in terms of just using it everyday use, I'd rather use agave nectar or brown rice syrup, or even just plain sugar, just unrefined turbinado sugar, would be perfectly suitable. And I don't see it as terribly necessary um, to just take that honey. Because it's not like it's not like using it damages the environment if it's just left there, as far as I know. Um, but my last point, I know I've already gone on for like just under 5 minutes, but my last point is, and it has probably been touched upon before, and forgive me if it hasn't, been resolved already, and just haven't looked, but it's to my understanding that there is a problem with beekeeping colonies and the apiarists that take care of them, that those bees are dying off, and they don't quite know why. And it is and with that information given, it is my opinion to strongly suggest, hey, maybe we should back off from eating honey, because, you know, and maybe just let the bees do their thing. Let them be bees, make more hives, and perhaps, I mean, I don't think it's a bad angle to look into. Maybe us harvesting the honey could be impacting the hives in a way we don't quite see. So this would be one experimental method to explore. Finally, onto your restaurant analogy, and I understand this may have been touched upon, but dude, come on. I mean, if you're gonna be vegan and you want to go out somewhere, you should just know by now to look at the menu before you go. I mean, it's not that hard to, just go online and Google where the hell you're gonna go and see whether or not they have, a vegan option there. That's what I have to do. That's what I've had to do for, ever since I decided to go veg. And it's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, at least I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it takes barely 2 minutes to look up a menu, say, oh, hey, this place has nothing I can eat. I guess I can probably make something at home, like a burrito or something, and just, eat and then eat here, and then just go meet friends there, or go eat and go meet the right family wherever they're going, and whatever. I mean, I don't know, but that's just me. That's just me. I mean, I don't want to, seem like I'm imposing or being a dick or anything, but I mean, good luck to you. I mean, I'm glad that, I was able to see this video. My friend linked it to me on my Facebook, and it was very interesting to, hear this viewpoint. And I look forward to seeing some more of your videos. Take care.